This is Prince of Mental Wellness, Irene the psychologist. Today I want to talk about 3 things that are likely to interfere with our mental health. The first one is work-related issues. Most of the people in career are likely to go through stress or depression because of the status of the job that they do. Let me give example for people who are working as police officers. It can be challenging when they are going through the training. At the same time, the works that they are doing may lead them to experiencing a lot of risky life and a lot of trauma depending with what they see in the field. A doctor who is a surgeon to a patient, and the patient, maybe during the surgery they die or something like that, during the surgery they are likely to die. It is also likely to affect them, and it can lead to a lot of stress. A nurse who is taking care of someone in the hospital wake up in the morning and they die, they're also likely to go through some stress, and especially if they had some attachment with that patient. A teacher who is in the field of teaching is also likely to go their own package of stress. People who are working online, at times there is aspects you're working, you're expecting some benefits, maybe they bounce, you go through losses, or you go through magnitude of losses that you feel you cannot be able to cover up. That is something that can also cause stress. Some of our career may lead us to becoming an addict to manage the emotions that are involved. For example, most of the people who may be working in the hospital, they may find sometimes the things they are facing in the hospital field, they are so challenging and they need to be under certain drugs for them to be able to cope with the crisis within the work. So work can lead us to going through stress. The jobs that are also not paying very well and they're not able to meet our needs, the struggle of looking where to get other needs or to meet our needs can also create stress in us. What should I do if what I'm going through in my career is leading me to stress? Always create time for yourself. As much as you're so busy, as much as there are so many deadlines to meet, have the me time. When you talk of the me time, when you reach in your house, have some few 30 minutes or 15 minutes where you can rest everything off, and especially the phone can be on the flight mode, and have a time to do self-care. Again, avoid carrying your work home. Carrying a lot of backload of work in your home place or within your house. This one is bringing your office in the house. And when you bring your office in the house, this means whatever is going on in the job, it's brought now within the family setting. Bringing your work at home may also create crisis with other members of the family who may need your attention. Number 2, let me talk about relationship. This relationship may be a relationship with our spouse, relationship with our children, relationship with other members of the family, the in-laws, relationship with other people that you're working with, relationship with our children. This is also another cause of stress or another issue that is likely to interfere with our mental health. Many times we drain ourselves in relationship and forget that we are also existing. And in a relationship where you look to please the other person more than yourself, many are the time that you end up being hurt when they do contrary, or when you also find they're not taking any sacrifice for you. So in a relationship, it is also very good to have what you call emotional boundaries. Know what kind of relationship do I have with person A? What is my responsibility in this relationship? And what is the responsibility of person B in this relationship? Having that separation is very, very important. And I encourage people to set their goals. Even in a relationship, have your own personal goals as a person. Remember, all of us are different. And we may be in the same career, but there is what I want to achieve and there is what you want to achieve. So it is very important to know there is goals for the relationship, but you as an individual, you also need to have personal goals. And your personal goal may not be the same with that of your spouse. I want to concentrate more with the relationship with a spouse and children. Again, in a relationship, especially with a spouse, you also need to know the spouse is not responsible of your happiness. I am responsible of my own happiness, and the other person is also responsible of their own happiness. In situations where you expect the person will bring happiness to you, many are the times that you're ready to experience frustration, and this will lead something within the relationship, it is going to be affected. And you'll always be feeling like your expectations are not being met the way you'd like them to be met. Again, when you have this kind of spouse relationship, always make sure you express your needs. The other person is not an agent to know what you need. You will need to learn how to express what you need and your expectations. The same, the other person needs to express their needs and expectation, and you can always compromise or strike a balance between you and the other person. But again, always remember, I have my life as a person, you also have your own life. That separation is very, 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 very critical in a relationship. When we come to the children, it is good to ensure that you meet the most basic needs of the children, allow them to be, allow them to do their responsibility, allow them to know that they are part and parcel, and especially in the decisions that may be involving them. This one will help them to feel there is a role they are playing within the family. So it is very crucial to ensure that you allow them to be and you allow them to express themselves. It is also good to make sure that you treat each child depending on their personality, not ill-treating them. But if I have a personality and I'm your child and you're not comfortable with my personality, always don't forget that that is your child. And they have no one else they can call mom or they can call dad. So embrace their personality, because as much as they don't have the personality that you like, they have something about you that they have inherited from you. Let me go to my third point. That is self. Our relationship with our own self. Are you comfortable with your own self? Can you really have time for your own self? Can you treat yourself well? It is very good to know some of the stress we go through emanate from us. And this comes in, one, because of the beliefs that we have about ourselves, what I tell myself, the emotions within me, my thoughts. There are things that interfere and can lead to stress. And so it is very good to be aware of who you are, and it is good to be aware of what you can do and what you cannot do, and what you can change and what you cannot change. Accepting that will help you to know how to handle yourself and to deal with your own issues. In everything, don't forget to do self-care. In managing your own self, it is good to have time for yourself. Have a good self-care. Take shower, do some exercise, and eat well. Again, tell yourself you will make it, and learn from the mistakes that you make, but do not punish yourself so severely of the mistakes you have done. Remind yourself, I'm only a human, and so I am meant to make mistakes. Treat yourself well and tell yourself it's okay. Learn to also forgive yourself. When things don't go your way, learn to forgive yourself and ask yourself, what lesson have I learned? So they may not go according to my way, but maybe next time I'll try to do it differently. Celebrate your small achievement. Don't always focus the major goal, but the small achievement you get along the way. It is good to celebrate them. Assuming there is something you have been managing to do it on time, which you are not doing it before, learn to tell yourself, thank you, I believe I'm going somewhere. It is very good to give yourself that hope. Then again, keep reminding yourself that you can make it in life. Keep reminding yourself, the other time I managed, and even this time, I'll still try to make sure that I manage. It is also good to share with other people who you believe that they can listen to you when you're going through something. Learn to share your issues with somebody that you can trust, and even if they will not give you a solution, they'll be able to encourage you. Do not blame yourself for the things that have happened in your life. Always seek to learn from them, and always ask yourself, what is that I have picked or I have learned from what has happened? And I believe that we'll be able to manage our mental health and we'll be able to take care of ourselves. Springs of Mental Wellness, your health, our priority. Thank you very much as you look forward to take care of your mental health. Thank you.